What's happening, boys and girls? Welcome to a new video. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited. Today is a very beautiful day. Happy Thanksgiving to all the guys in the United States that are celebrating Thanksgiving right now. You deserve the best. It's gonna be an absolutely fantastic day. I wish you all enjoyment. Be with your family. Enjoy your day. For the people that are here with us, we are still gonna continue here. We have a banking holiday for the United States today. So I do not expect that much volume, but we're still going to see what the market is doing, how it was reacting. We're still going to go over a few other important things that we have seen in the charts that potentially can be very important for, tomorrow, next week, and so on and so on. So keep in mind that, of course, that can be the case today. But still, I still wanted to go live, of course, because we made a dedication here, a promise here. We're going to do something. We're going to make sure that we either get wiser or still are able to make some pips along the way. You never know what happens here. There are tons and tons of other pairs that we can trade as well. But this is going to be very good here. I also want to do like a small Q&A with you guys as well. That's why we are here right now. I do like that a lot. I'm very happy to have also almost launched our V2 in our Discord community for all the new members that are here. We have our free Discord and we have a V2 also in our Discord as well. Thank you for everyone that was on the stream or on the live stream in our Discord yesterday. It was absolutely amazing. I really liked it. Big shout out to our man Gavin Dentis for giving such an epic motivational speech. Such a legend. It was absolutely amazing here. So I'm just very excited here today to close down the week with you guys a little bit. Let's see if we can stream tomorrow due to the news and everything. Sorry, the banking holidays. Let's have a little look tomorrow. But for today, we are still gonna go and see what we can do here. Probably we'll do the London stream tomorrow rather than the New York stream, just so you guys know here. So first of all, who do we have in the building here? Let's go over a couple guys here. We have our guys always with us. And the most important guys are always here. They're always dedicated to join us every single day. My man, Justin Rundle, my man. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you for your support, for your effort in the last couple of weeks. Lionel, my man. Good morning, everyone. Hello, Lorenzo. What's happening? Johnny Berendunk, what's up? Great to see you here. Elite Dick. Hi, Lorenzo. What's happening? Kabish is back. Nice, man. You're joining on a regular basis right now. Amazing, my man. Congrats. Happy Thanksgiving. Also, you're not probably celebrating it, but he says, Happy Thanksgiving to everyone who is celebrating it. Mauro is here. Jamie is here. Arjan is here. Voice of Jerry, my man. Nice. GT Wardle. Amazing. Mushy Mush. Crypto Saiyan. Misams, Escape the Matrix, Mauro, yes. Verson, Leo. What else do we have here? My man, best friend, yes. Jess J, always here. Gissa, great call during the London session. Yes, we did a quick stream. We managed to get some pips there together. It was very nice. We're going to go over that one real quick. Because trading can be so overcomplicated. Well, you actually can make some decent amount of money if you just use the right timing. Timing is very important in the market here. We're going to go over that as well. Swat Hish, FR, Motivation United, Herkas, Herkus, yes. Aninda, Stefan, Jamon, Paul, ANR, Dogan, Leo. Man, you guys are all back. Absolutely amazing. So yes, timing is extremely important here, guys. What we're going to do in the V2 also, and I'm going to maybe do it on YouTube as well, but mostly the V2, I'm going to focus more in the Discord itself, because we have 500 members, or 5,000 members in our community already, which is significant, right? People that are really wanting to learn, really want to take things to the next level here. So I really want to help everyone that's in our community as well. And if we talk about timing, yeah, then we have to talk about the Asian session here. So let's go over the charts real quick with you guys to show you exactly what I mean here. There we go. Let's have a little look here. Let's put a song on. There we go. Chanel says hello from Indonesia. Salam alaikum, bro. Apa kabar? Hi Lorenzo, really appreciate your live stream from Somalia. Nice to meet you, my friend. I've seen you before already. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you, man. So what we're going to do today, we're going to still look for some trades. I do believe that there are some setups here. We're going to look at some other pairs, some scalping setups, and so on and so on. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be very good. If not, then whatever. We're going to prepare as well for next week. We cannot force trades. We wait for opportunities in the market. That's the way it goes here. But we're still going to cover things live, and we're going to get wiser along the way. Okay, so in terms of what we did this morning, or at least for me in the afternoon, for most of you guys this morning, all right, we had something very, very nice. We did the London session today. I'm just going to read it up here from my Discord. Today, during the London live stream in the free daily events, we entered a position on the EURUSD, targeting the Asian low. The reason for this trade was the dollar index showed lower time frame bullish structure, break of structure confirmation of multiple areas of demand. There was a 5-minute gap on the dollar index that had to be filled. The Asian lows were taken out in a time span of 10 minutes. Risking 1%, making 1%. Do not overcomplicate trading. That's what I stated here. And we pretty much went over the charts here. And I show you exactly what I mean right there. Okay? So in essence, what did we see here? We saw first of all that the dollar was showing on the 5-minute a little bit of a low or bullish, lower time frame bullish structure here. We saw for the first time that we came down. We created some sort of double bottom. Then we created a break structure to the upside. We came up, we came down. That was the time when I opened my charts, when I saw the market and I was looking at it pretty much, 20 minutes before the London Open. I was like, okay, this is looking good. I like the structure, I like the confirmation. Again, before the London Open, what did we create? Another higher high. That was the moment for me to say, hey, beautiful, that's very, very nice. We created again a higher low. That was another confirmation for me. Okay, now we are kind of forming a short-term lower time frame uptrend right here. What did we see here? We saw a gap. It was an unclosed gap right here from yesterday. Early in this morning, we saw this. This particular morning, we saw that gap getting created. Of course, that gap had to be filled as well. So that plus that, of course, is very, very interesting for us. Because if the dollar is bullish, then we know potentially that the Asian session will probably be taken out. The Asian low will be taken out in the EU pair in this. That's why we're looking at EU. If the dollar goes up, EU goes down, right? So we found our entry in the middle. Very, very simple. Stop loss initially above the Asian high. Take profit underneath the Asian low. Very, very simple. The moment we broke the structure, we put our stop loss on break even. We took some profits as well. That was our position where we finally closed our position in full. We risked 1%. We made roughly around 1%. Easy. Literally, it was a 10-minute analysis here. It was another 10 minutes of executing the trades. Within 20 minutes, I had my trade done. We made 1%. Done. That's it. As simple as it can get here. Sometimes it's super, super beneficial. And 1% is nice. If you can do this on a regular basis during the New York or London Open, then you can actually find a very solid way of understanding and leveraging, these potential opportunities here. So we're going to do this a lot in the V2 where we're going to live trade together. And also we're talking about, passing your live prop from challenge and so on. I think this is definitely, the best way to look at particular opens of the market and taking advantage of the volume and the manipulation that happens during these sessions as well. Leveraging supply and demand, not by definition entering from an area of supply or demand, but still using that as a tool of reference to protect yourself and to put your, stop loss above that particular range right there. Okay, so that's very, very nice. I think that's absolutely something that we're looking for here. And I think this is a wonderful way of observing the market and looking at the dollar comparing to the euro or gold or GU, the one that fits potentially, the dollar index the best against what we're seeing here. Okay, so market openings can be very, very beneficial here. But that's why in the V2, I believe that this is the best way to get started to help you guys out tremendously, passing your challenges and also making consistent profits over time. Are we always going to be right? No, of course not. But if you are right more than 50% of the time, on average, we're going to make money. That's the way to go here while consistently growing over time. All right? So this is very, very beautiful. And this is a great example. Okay, so now we have, again, taken out the Asian low. After that, we took out the Asian high. New York session is not going to start really. We have the banking holiday, so I do not expect that much volume coming into play here. But I still believe that potentially we can see what we can do here. So that was that. We're doing this yesterday as well. We did it pretty much yesterday, the same thing here. And then the last couple of days, you know, we are actually going for that particular move here. I actually did as a pretty much as for you guys to show as well. And I'm actually use this as a case study. I'm not really doing this for me to get funded or to make some money here. But I purposefully did a challenge. Or I started the challenge. To prove you guys that this is the best way to get funded to pass your challenge. And to make money along the way. I mean, I just started this challenge for you guys. Sorry, it's again not to get funded or something like that. I do not really care about that part. But it's to just show you guys the proof of concept, right? I'm all about showing you guys the proof of concept in any way or form here. Okay, so I just started this challenge a couple days ago. And this is pretty much how we're going to do it. And how we're going to do it. So let me show you guys a little bit of what I mean here. So pretty much, this is just a case study. And we just started out here for the last couple of days right now. Literally, this is pretty much what I do. I take a trade at every London session. Every London Open here. That's it. My average trade position is literally like 10-20 minutes. Alright? I'm in, I'm out, taking the London high or taking the Asian high or low. That's it. Boom. That's pretty much the overall strategy here. Okay, I know we are just getting started, but in the last 4 days, we have been done. Look at this amount of trades we've done. That's pretty much it right here. So, again, the profit factor is extremely high. The win rate is extremely high. And look at all of these trades here. The ones that I actually, you know, did not succeed here were just, you know, some other trades that I actually did not do regards to the strategy at the beginning. So, that's pretty much it. I'm just going to show you guys, again, that it's possible to easily pass a challenge this way. And to look at particular openings in the market right there. Okay? So with that said, I want to go over a few charts with you guys. Either way, okay? I know the banking holiday, etc. here. I still want to see what will happen in 3 minutes from now. If we're going to see a little bit of increase in volume or not. When with this New York session on this Asian session range will actually start here. But yeah. We're going to go over a few charts here. So again, what happened here? Let's go over gold real quick. Aaron says, sorry, is there any way you can change the color of your screen to a lighter one? No, I think it's fine. Unfortunately, I cannot. For some people, that's too light as well. They prefer the darker tone here. Can you explain the strategy? Yeah, completely. This is all going to be in the V2 launcher in our Discord as well. We have a V2. We're going to launch a V2. Today is the last day you can join. But, you know, my goal is to pass your challenges. And not by you paying me to pass your challenges. No, by doing it together, live, in our Discord, in the voice chat, streaming. Within these sectors right there. This is what we're going to do here. This is one thing here. Besides the live trading and everything like that as well. So, in regards to gold. What I really like here is that right now we are coming up here. We're creeping back up here again. And this is very nice. But I still believe that this zone is a very interesting zone to take into consideration right now. And we are coming very close towards this area. Keep in mind that we have created a lower low here. We already bounced from this area here. We saw this as a swing high to swing low here. We are above the equilibrium and so on. I really do like what I see here. And I know that potentially the dollar index can come back to the Sunday open. Okay? What do you mean with that, Lorenzo? Well, I'll show you guys what I mean with that. So in terms of gold, let me open the dollar index here. Dollar index, okay? This is the Sunday open here. On the 1 hour, let's go to the 1 hour here. So this is the Sunday open. Okay, we tap now in that area of the daily area of supply. Pretty much demand, pretty much again here. We saw that we tapped into that zone here, which is very nice to see. We came back up right now. We're coming back down and so on. We took out all the liquidity underneath the zone. we have to see what we're going to create here. We're waiting for a higher high and so on. So you're going to definitely wait for confirmation here. But I would not be surprised if he slowly can take it a little bit more back to the Sunday open. Or somewhere around these areas here. Something like this potentially. One of these areas right now. To then potentially make a move down again. And so on and so on. So somewhat of a retracement to the upside in the next coming days here. I would not be surprised if the algos want to bring things back to Sunday open. Something like that as well. So if that would happen, then this could be very, very interesting for gold here. Right now. Also with more inefficiency to be filled up underneath the zone here. That could be also very, very interesting here. This area of demand has not been mitigated yet. Which I do believe could be still possible as well. So with that said, let's wait, of course. Don't go into this thing aggressively. That's definitely not recommended. Especially not with the banking holiday and a potential manipulation here. But again, look at the liquidity that is built up here. Underneath that area right now for gold. I really, really do like that. And I do think that this is something that you definitely should take in consideration here. So the only way I would look for potential short-term action for gold here, if you break this particular line here, okay, which is this 1754.6 right there. If you do break that, then I'm more and more interested in potentially, shorting gold right now in the short term as well. Okay, so either we tap into that zone and we create a lower time frame structure, or we're breaking this low here and potentially looking for a potential setup to the downside to take out more of this liquidity that is built up underneath that zone, including on the 50-minute also a very, very gap that's right there underneath as well, above this area of demand right there. Okay, so all in all, I'm still looking at that potentially here. Okay, this is quite interesting right there. I do not expect too much volume in it. So in terms of actual seeing that happen, we're gonna find out here. But anyways, we still have to always follow the charts. Always make sure that you're updated, so you can follow the process of a chart on a consistent basis. You do not want to be. This is what I call the rhythm, right? You want to come into the rhythm. You want to make sure that you're always on point, that you always follow a particular chart and you know exactly what happens and what happened before. Okay, so that's why I recommend to everyone, and especially if you are not profitable yet, to start focusing only on 1 and 2 pairs. Either 1 or 2 pairs or 1 or 2 charts. And the reason why is because you want to get into the rhythm. We call this the chart rhythm. I haven't heard it before, but I call it this way. The chart rhythm, right? You want to make sure that you are updated. You understand the chart. You understand the flow. You understand of how it went for the last couple of days. You want to be completely synchronized with all the information the chart can provide you, right? So it's not that you leave it for a couple of days and then you look back at the chart and then you see something new pop up. No, that brings you off rhythm. Be updated about the charts. It will higher your win rate. It will higher your profit and potentially give you more chance to potentially become a profitable trader. It's one metric, but it's very, very important to do so. Okay, so this is gold. We are now looking potentially at some other pairs as well. And I was looking at GU. All right, let me put GU and GJ, I believe as well. Let me look at GJ real quick. There we go. GJ is running. The volume in GJ is definitely here. Okay. So if you zoom out here on GJ, we tapped into that zone here. And what did we see? Tapped into that area of supply. That's very, very, very nice. Go to the 1 hour. What did you see? We broke the lows here. This was a significant low broken. Oh, there we go. Where is it? Right here. We broke a significant low here. Okay, so this is a reasonable sign. Let's go to the 15-minute. We create lower highs and lower lows. We tapped into that zone. We create again. So if we can break these lows here, it's very simple. I'm going to look for the retracement to the downside. I do believe that there is more downside potential, like I stated before. Also in regards to the to GJ here, we're coming back up, tapping into the zone directly right now. So I do like the fact that we have created also a daily, 4-hour change of character right here. We have taken out these lows right now. That is quite interesting here, the fact that we did that. So I want to see a retracement back towards these levels here, potentially coming back up here after creating that change of character to the downside on the 4-hour right now. Okay, so now going to the 1 hour, looking for any potential trade setups right there that could potentially come into play right here. Okay, I do like it, and I do said that also in regards to the treasury bonds then I'm looking for potential a short-term pullback for, a retracement to the upside for the Japanese yen. So let's see if we can create a lower low right now, right here. That will be absolutely fantastic. If that is the case right there, okay. If we do create that, then let's see what happens here. There we go. Then we can look for a new opportunity as well for GJ. Okay, GJ is also showing definitely some potential here right now. We're going to keep a close eye on this one. GU. All right, it's another one. And for this one, we need to open the sessions here. I think there is a chance that we take out the London lows here. Even though that there is not that much volume, we're going to see right now. We're starting the session. Let's look what the volume will bring to us. Is there still volume coming into the market here? I do believe so. Regardless, yes, there is. Definitely. Look at that. The volume definitely increased. I get the open here. So that's very, very good. We saw that reaction right now. But that is a good sign so far. I do like that a lot here. Okay. Money gets moved still. And liquidity will get potentially taken out here. So again, let's have a look at this. And let's have a look at the look at the dollar index as well. So let's keep the DXY open. That's right, the DXY is right there. Go to the lower time frame. Higher high was created here. I know it's on the lower time frame. But hey, we've created a higher high here. After creating that higher high, we tapped into that zone. So what do you want to see? You want to break this high right now on the lower time frame. And see what the reaction will be here. Because if that's the case, then we can go up here. And then the trick is not to enter right now. No, wait somewhere in the middle. And then start looking at a potential position here. Put your stop loss above the London high. Take profit on the London low. But wait for the confirmation on the, the 1 minute, the 5 minute, the 15 minute to see on the dollar. If there is a chance that makes actually chance, and there is a lot of things to be filtered. Let's go to the 50 minute, for example. Because we're gonna face some resistance here. So I would be patient. I would wait for a higher high to be broken potentially. So interesting. All right, if you come back down to potentially take out the London low here with GU, I would not be surprised if you do so. If more liquidity built up underneath that area here, that's definitely the case. All the liquidity has been taken is definitely above that area right there. So this is a whole other layer. Okay, and again, we are here pretty much in another different trend right there as well, if you take that one in consideration. So let's see how this plays out. I am pretty curious as well. Okay. All right, guys, gonna be nice here. All right. Let me know if you guys want to see a few charts here. Let's go over a few charts right now. And then we can move forward here. All right. We're going to also do a little bit of a Q&A later on. All right. You can ask me anything you want here. And we're going to go over. It's a Thanksgiving special. So let's just talk about life also a little bit. And talk about, other metrics, psychology between trading. Things that you want to know that can help you out becoming a better trader. We're going to definitely do that. So if you want, prepare some questions as well here. It's going to be amazing. Okay. What do you think of EU? Yes, let's go over EU as well. Gold we already have done. We have the EURUSD indeed. And the Nasdaq. We're going to go over these as well. Right here. Zeus says, are you no more trading the previous scalping strategy? Yes, we're still doing this in between stream, or in between every, pretty much in every stream. I hope you have seen that lately. But yeah, we are also moving back to a balanced, balanced way of doing. Let's go over EU first right now. Let's go over EU real quick and let's see what we have here. Okay, Sunday open right there. Bullish, okay? Again, very, very bullish here. Above that zone, we broke out of it. You know what happened? And you know what's so funny? Again, the Monday, of course, leading us into the wrong direction here. The whole Monday, you see that? And then what happened? Tuesday, the reversal. Wednesday, breaking above the Sunday open. The rest of the week, bullish. That's the algorithm. That's the perfect example of how we can leverage the Sunday open and take that in consideration here. Again, the Sunday open, of course, Monday, leading us into the wrong direction. Why are we not doing any live streams on a Monday most of the time? Because of this reason, leading us in the wrong direction. Tuesday, reversal, coming back up. Wednesday, closing above the Sunday open. Thursday, remaining week bullish because we closed above the Sunday open right there. Friday, potentially trying to pull price back to the Sunday open again. All right? As much as possible. And to see from there. Very, very interesting here. So now we are back. We created a low. We actually broke a low, a significant low here on the EURUSD here. So that's interesting. We took out these lows right now. We are now already forming some resistance here. We have more resistance right there. All right, so do take that in consideration here. We have some resistance coming up. Let's take out the sessions as well. Well, the London low, London took out the Asian lows, right? I think there is a big chance that we're trying to go right now for the potential, London highs here. But let's see how we react, because I do expect a lot of resistance here. So maybe take out the highs, tap into our zone, and potentially come back down to take out these lows here. I would not be surprised if that would actually happen here. However, the volume is something that you definitely have to take consideration here. What is the volume like? Is it enough right now during this banking holiday? And yeah, let's see how that actually plays out. But still, in the midterm right now, I tend to be more bullish. And the reason why I'm more bullish is, first of all, because of the interest rate differential right now. We know that the ECB is tempted to go a little bit more aggressive in, of course, increasing their interest rates. So this is very, very nice. This could be more bullish. That's why we saw already the bullish reaction since we pretty much had that live ECB statement from our aunt, the guard. We did that live also on stream. We watched it. After that, we were quite bullish here. So very interesting. We still have not managed to create a higher high here as well right now. So there is a chance that especially in the short term, the dollar index wants to come back up, which I do expect still to do so in the next coming days or hours ahead of us. So we are facing some resistance right now. Let's just wait. Let's be patient here, and let's see exactly what we can find. If we can come back up and create a lower low. If that's the reason, we will take out the London lows here. All right, that could be interesting. Let's wait on the lower time frame. However, GU is also looking very good for this. I think we could also look for a beautiful GU trade in that sense as well today, if indeed the volume is there. And we can make sure here. We're going to scalp anyways. The scalping is always possible here. There are tons of other pairs that we look for a scalp setup, in order to make some pips today. We're going to go over it right now. Guys, if you want to help out the channel, then please smash that like button. You would highly help me out, as well as, everything that I'm doing for you guys, trying to get you guys some tips, education, and so on a regular basis, every day, 4 hours a week. 4 hours, pretty much 3 or 4 hours a day. All right, then that's the only thing that I would ask you for, because it really helps boosting the algorithm. And I didn't know at the beginning, but now I'm pushing it a little bit more, because it's such a big game changer. So thank you for that. So yes, I hope you guys are understanding a little bit of what the market is doing here. We have the VIX also. Is the last thing I wanted to talk about, the indices right now. So we have the Asian session here. Let's have a look here. I think there is a big chance that we're trying to come back up towards this level here, and that the indices will push down right now. Also, if that aligns with the dollar. So if the dollar aligns with the VIX, I think definitely that the indices are more bearish in the, in the pretty much next coming days and so on and so on. Yes, we created a higher high and so on, but I do believe that there is a big chance that we can start creating right now potentially a lower low. We are actually in a very important area of supply right now, if not one of the most important zones in my opinion here. So let's see if we can actually break this low here, because if you do break this low after we tap into that area of supply, that would definitely align my strategy then with the VIX, with the dollar index potentially, and then potentially look for a trade. So what we need to break in order to look for trades right now for the Nasdaq is the 11,850 to the downside. Okay, why? Because on the lower time frame you can still clearly see that this is a significant drop phase rally. We could easily hold here and then potentially just move further up. So that's why it's important to break this important structure before making any radical decisions at this particular moment here. Okay, if you look at the 1 hour, and that's actually the candle that we're looking for here, then you can still clearly see that this is a very important zone. If you draw the Fibonacci from swing low to swing high to swing low, we tapped into what exactly on the dot? Not on the dot, but pretty much the 70.5. Alright, so we're coming very close to premium areas of supply here. So the fact that if we can create a lower low from here, then I'm more and more bearish in the short term for things like the indices and so on. If we break this low, if we do not break this low, I'm not interested in looking for any trade for the Nasdaq, right? Or potential other setups as well. Just so you guys know. Alright. All right, so I had another question here from our man. Build differences last night. Gavin Denton's stream was insane. Man, it was amazing. Thank you for being part of our biggest event on Discord. We had 170 people in our Discord stream in a voice chat. That was crazy. Absolutely. We had a question about the gold, I believe. Something about gold here. Let's have a look here. Leslie Muff says, Lorenzo, thank you for the free Discord. No problem, my man. We're going to do a lot of events as well in the regular section here on a daily basis here. So, absolutely amazing. We have the mentor charts as well. Plus, we have the weekly analysis. So, every Sunday, I'll drop the weekly analysis as well for you guys. Talking about the best possible setups. Of course, all for free right there. You had a question about gold. I'm looking for it right now. Can you identify the swing high and low on the 4 hour for gold? Yes, we can. Absolutely, we can do that. There we go. Let's go to the 4 hour here. To be honest, so far it's relatively easy. This is pretty much just a swing high and this is a swing low here. Alright, if you look at this particular pair here. If you want to take it to the daily, it's a completely different level here, of course. You have to take this in consideration. What are we looking for? We're looking for the last high to then break these lows here. So what are we looking for? Again, this is the higher high. This was the higher high that we've created here. The last higher high we have created. So this is the swing high. And this is the swing low here. Alright, so right now we tapped into the 62%. Let's see what happened when we tapped into the 62%. You see that? This is exactly where this seller stepped into the market right here. Okay, so this is exactly the top of what we were looking for. And that I believe also aligns beautifully with a daily area of demand, right, supply right there. So it aligns beautifully. I mean, this was already a premium area of supply right here. So overall, this is the daily swing high to swing low. And now we're going to the 4 hour. It's pretty much the same thing here. This is the high, this is the low here. That's pretty much it. Alright, if you want to calculate from a swing high to swing low perspective here, that's pretty much what we're looking for. We have created a lower low here. However, it seems more likely to draw it already from a swing low to swing high, as we've created right now a daily chalk. Alright, we created a daily change of character to the upside already on gold here. So I'm more interested right now looking from a swing low to swing high perspective rather than a swing high to swing low. Alright, this is what I'm personally looking for in terms of gold here. I'm still interested in looking at the lower time frame for potential setups and so on and so on. But in my opinion, I'm looking for these particular setups right now. It's a swing low to swing high after creating a daily change of character right here. Tapping into a strong area of demand on the 3 daily and weekly chart. Okay. So that's pretty much what we are looking for right now. Low volume in the New York session. Yes, sir. The banking holiday, my man. That's definitely the case right now. Ami said, can't take the lifetime subscription today. Is there any day remaining? Today's the last day, but yeah, you can send me a message on Discord and then we see, and we can put you potentially on the list there. Regular says, I'm here because the stock market is dead. Glad Forex is still open. Yeah, we're gonna go over the chart still. And we're gonna see if we can find at least some scalping setups on the lower, on the 1 minute. See if we can potentially find some trades here. What else do we have here? So thank you for the love, guys. If you could like my channel, thank you so much. Or like this this video, you would help me out tremendously. Thank you for the support here. All right. What else do we have? We're gonna scalp very shortly. Just want to answer a few more questions here. So yes, I'm definitely doing the FTMO challenge here live for you guys, or not live, but every London session, once a day I take a trade. Only 1 trade a day. And I show you that you can have an amazing completed challenge there. I just want to create as much proof as possible for you guys to show how we're going to do it and how we are going to pass our challenge in our V2 together. Right, so if you want to join the ride, you're welcome to join there. Okay, we can go over the British pound against the Swiss franc here, absolutely. Let's do that real quick. And I think then we're going to start with scalping here. Let's have a look here. British pound against the Swiss franc right there. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, there we go. I don't know what happened there. Normally it's always there. There we go. Daily structure, lower low, change of character to the upside right there. We saw that area of demand tapping into that zone here. Beautiful reaction so far. Let's zoom in onto the 4 hour to see what the reaction is. See the structures there. It's actually even lower. No, it's actually perfect. It's a... no, it's this daily zone here. It's this daily level here. Beautiful. We tapped to that zone. After creating a higher high here, so we tapped into that zone right now. What do we want to see? We want to break this high level right now on the daily. If you want to look for the continuation trade here. You're a little bit too late here on the daily to look for a setup. Right now, look at this particular chart here. Let's go to the lower time frame. So I do like that. We're kind of in a bullish momentum right now for the British pound against the Swiss franc here. We have created a higher high on the 4 hour, which I do like here. Again, this is the swing low, this is the swing high so far. If you retrace back down here, where do you want to look for? Of course, this area of demand here. Why this area of demand? Well, the liquidity is built up underneath that zone here, right there. As you guys can see, this is where the stop losses are at. This is where also a small area of imbalance is on the lower time frame right here. There's a big chance we can take that out here after tapping into this particular zone right now. On the of course, you know, higher time frame right here, this area of supply coming back down, looking potentially for retrace back to the upside after that coming back up here. Could be interesting. All right, so what happens on the lower time frame right now? I would not short it. I would only look for longs right now. All right, that's number one. I'd rather wait for it to come down rather than you know, trying to short it down right now. That's my personal opinion here. We have the point of control. This could be some support right here. This could be a trade setup potentially already, depending on the lower time frame confirmation, like the 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, because this is the 30-minute chart right here. Based on that, maybe. We're going to look for some setups here. But keep in mind, there's a lot of liquidity built up underneath that zone. So I would not firstly look for that. I would wait for it to come back down. Potentially look for the continuation to the upside. What team are you supporting in the World Cup? I'm supporting the Netherlands. I'm Dutch right here. But I like Portugal as well. I like Portugal a lot as well. I've always been a fan of Portugal. So, you know, both. All right, what else do we have? What else do we have? Last question, and then we're going to start scalping, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go and we can see if we can find some beautiful scalps here. Let's have a look here, man. US 500. Very similar to the Nasdaq. All right, it's very, very similar here. We are coming in a very interesting zone right now also for the US 500. We're tapping into a daily area of supply here. The World Cup is the Super Bowl. It's similar to the Super Bowl of America, right? Yeah, it's massive. It's soccer. It's one of the biggest, or football. It's the biggest sport in my opinion. I'm a big to be honest, I like football and stuff and I follow it definitely. But I'm more a fight fan in every way and form, like every way and form. Boxing, MMA. This is what I really care about and what I really follow. It says today you're set up only for long position. I don't know what you mean. Margins are so weird to me in Forex. Yeah, risk management is very, very important here. What are you usually trading? Let me know. All right. Okay, let's start scalping, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ready. Let's go. I am ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm going to give away one more magic keys at the end of the stream. Because of Thanksgiving, of course, we're going to do that as well. And I hope you guys saw that also. Because we're going to launch our merch. Finally, I can talk about it a little bit more. Our merchandise is going to be absolutely fantastic. So many of you guys have been asking for this already. And, you know, I was like, Black Friday and merch, that should align extremely, extremely well here. So, amazing, 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 amazing. I can talk about it a little bit more later on. But it's gonna be absolutely, absolutely next level, of course. What do you expect from me, ladies and gentlemen? What do you expect from me? That I will come with some random stuff here? That's not how we do it here. Everything is gonna be, of course, next level. All right, so let's start scalping, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we can find. Tomorrow bank holiday, yes. Tomorrow's a bank holiday as well. So tomorrow, probably only gonna focus on the London session here. Just so you guys know, I'm gonna stream tomorrow during the London session. We're gonna look for scalping setups right now. I'm ready to rock and roll here. You guys know, if you guys want to know exactly what kind of scalping strategy I'm using, then go to my YouTube channel. All right. And look at the liquidity fair value gap scalping hybrid strategy. All right, that wins, right? We had a 70% win rate so far. And, you know, it's proven right now. We did it live on stream. So I'm happy to have this behind us as well. You know, always nice to see the results of a particular strategy right here. So you can find it right there. All right. Let's get our streaming song on. To make sure that we are ready, that we're going to be profitable right now. We need our song here. Just get into the vibe as well. And the market listens to the music. You guys know how it goes here. Nice, nice, nice. All right. Spine says, I just want to make sure I have the right video for Scalping that you just mentioned. Yes, it's that one, my man. Correct, correct. Absolutely. That's the video indeed here. Liquidity here. Definitely beautifully built up. There is that fair value gap underneath that zone. High likelihood that we come back down here, in my opinion, if we break these particular lows here. So this is definitely one that I'm interested in right now. We see this also as a potential area of resistance right here. Maybe it's even on the 1 minute right there. Yes, it's on the 1 minute. A lot of liquidity built up underneath the zone. Look how clean that trend is here. I do like that a lot. So that could be good here. Yeah, if you break this low, so I'm interested in shorting this one. Somewhere, something like that. Due to the liquidity underneath the zone here. And that gap underneath that zone here. Where did you learn this strategy from? I designed it myself. I created a hybrid variant here. So it's partly it's like a hybrid strategy. That's why I call it hybrid strategy. Because it's partly from ICT. Shout out to ICT here. He created pretty much, or the term fair value gap, the liquidity, and so on and so on. So this is what we use as a tool of reference. Then we have, of course, horizontal support and resistance, which is integrated in this strategy as well. So it's a combination of both. I found out that, let's say you break a structure to the downside here, so you create a lower low. That's kind of like a change of character or a break of structure. But I do not want to wait always for the retracement to the upside to then enter from an area of supply or from an area of demand. So rather than entering from an area of supply or demand, I enter with an order, a market order, underneath after like a 1 minute candle closure, underneath that zone. And then I put my stop loss above an area of supply and demand. And I make sure I have at least a 1-to-1 here. If I would risk 1%, I would make 1%. Nick, yes, please send me a message also on Discord, my brother. In regards to the magic keys here. I can also send you on Instagram, but it will be easier on Discord. On average, how many lots you trade? It depends. It really depends on the market. It really depends on the market, on which account I am trading. If I'm on my swing trade account, if I'm on my scalping account, or my intraday trading, I have multiple portfolios that I use. So it depends. What do you think about the fact that 60% of the viewers didn't like the stream yet? You know, it's hard. It's tough. I understand. It's tiring. You're tired. You know, pressing that like, it's so exhausting. Bruh. Yeah, let's see if we can get some nice trades there. It will be amazing. Even though there is a banking holiday right now. What's the highest lot size that you managed? 40? 40 lots? Something like that. Okay, we have already put our alert on one of these setups here. So if that one comes to that price, we get triggered, or we get at least a notification, so we can directly take action here. All right, US dollar, Japanese yen. US dollar tapping into an area of supply at the moment, a lower time frame. Yes, I'm very excited to release also that 1 minute video. I decided to add it on the video series. 1 minute video strategy, or 1 minute video, 1 minute SMC strategy. All right, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be good. I'm very curious how many of you guys are trading Bitcoin. I'm gonna start a poll here. I'm very curious here. I would like to know if you guys are trading Bitcoin as well. To be honest, guys, look at this chart. This gives me... Wow, okay, let's see how this reacts here. Let me draw this Fibonacci here. This is the 50, okay? So we have to look higher. Around this area here. Look at all that liquidity that's built up underneath the zone here. Massive amount of liquidity underneath this area from this trading Canadian dollar right there. If you can find a short potentially here, put a stop loss there, targeting these areas here, you can make a nice trade here. I'm looking at it here. That would be interesting. Let's see. Not a scalping strategy, but I'll just look at the chart here. I already tapped into that area here. Already saw a rejection. This is equilibrium right there. There's a lot of liquidity built up underneath. This trend is very, very clear, very clean. That would be nice. Let's see what the reaction is. Actually makes sense. Zach says, hey Lorenzo, do you trade the stock market or do you have any investments in other companies? Yes, so I invested a relatively small amount, not a big amount, in Rumble. Okay. I'm a big fan of that platform. I think it's gonna take some time, but I do believe they're gonna have a massive market share in this scene soon. If things are keep going like they're going right now. Yeah, I'm looking for maybe a small trade here, guys, on the Australian dollar Canadian dollar here. Let's see. Small amount of risk, not too much here. Let's see. Let's wait for one candle closure, negative or bearish candle closure here. A lot of liquidity underneath. I found it always very interesting. I see that. I see it coming, retracing back into an area of supply. Break this low right now. Let's break that low here. That could be nice. If we break that low, my stop is a little bit higher. Besides Rumble, I have some other... I'm looking into some chip fabricants right now. From different countries. It's gonna go through. That's why we always wait. We wait for a low to be broken. Rather than selling from this area of supply, you wait for this low to be broken. Because then, trade at a lower low here on the 1 minute. And then it's more interesting. More confirmation. Similar risk to reward here. You could put it above these highs if you wanted to. After you break it. It's kind of the same. That's the crazy part here. But you have that confirmation. Interesting. Let's wait here. I want to see what happens here. There we go. Are we gonna break that low? Stop loss above that high. There we go. Okay, this is a small. This is not a scalp, all right. But I'm in position. I just want to see how this goes here, because I see so much liquidity built up underneath that zone here. A lot of liquidity built up underneath that zone. So we are in a trade here. At 9124. I'm just gonna put my stop loss above that high. And let's see how it goes. I mean, it's not a scalp. I didn't risk that much. It's a small trade here. But I still wanted to see how it goes here. It makes spread is too high in Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. Yeah, but it's a higher risk reward setup. So it should be fine. Want to take out a lot of the liquidity and so on and so on underneath. Hopefully, let's see. Keep you guys updated about this one. I need to check my stop loss, by the way. Wow, I almost forgot it. Sorry. You do that real quick. Done. If you guys see any scalping setups, let me know. The euro USD here. The euro against the dollar here. There is imbalance underneath that zone. We are tapping into that area here. We are still in that zone. If we create a lower low here, then that could be interesting. EURUSD. Tap to that area here. If we create a lower low here, then I look at this one, put the stop loss above these highs. Right now we're holding at that zone. That's why it's interesting here. Something like that. Thank you for the sub, man. Welcome to our community here. If you guys are going to be part of our community, then you can join our Discord for free. We have our weekly analysis in there, and pretty much everything that we're sharing. It's you guys are definitely welcome here. We are almost at 5,000 members. We're going to do a massive giveaway at 5,000 members as well. Waiting for this low to be broken. If this low is broken, then we trade it down. This is our scalping strategy here. We have done 121 trades. With this particular strategy here. Yeah, let's break these lows right now. That would be great. That would be amazing. What's your risk to reward ratio in scalping? 1 to 1. Building more liquidity to the upside here, but I do not want to break the high too much, because then the risk to reward is not what we're looking for here. Okay, we're out of our Australian dollar Canadian dollar position. It was a minor position. Would have been nice. I'm gonna look for a re-entry later, because I like the liquidity here, but I want to break the lows right now. Break new lows on the 1 minute. Look for the same pretty much same trade. Sometimes take a couple of times, and then the third time you get it, and you compensate for all your small losses to make a big win. Especially with SMC here. All right, the EU has created our high right now. Like, let's say, okay, right now, let's say it would reverse right now, right? Then suddenly now your risk reward has to be here. Now it's too big. But that's the difference here. All right. Do you always trade for sells? No. Buy, sells, whatever you need here. When I watch a stream, you're always looking for sells. How long are you watching me? Reggie says, do you ever change your target if the trade is going in your favor? Not really. However, I sometimes keep a small position open. Leave it running. Next is, hey Lorenzo, what would be the best pair to hedge against gold? I would say US dollar Swiss franc. Lorenzo, how to be consistent in trading? Very, very good question. So it depends what kind of trader you want to be. Right? So if you are trading SMC, for example, higher time frame setups, you have to take losses. You cannot win every single trade. If your win rate is 20%, it's good. Why? Because you will make, with your winning trades, you make, 7, 8 R or minimum 5, 6, 7, 8 R setups. So then consistency is more about management of your trades by itself here. Alright, so that's completely fine. Impossible to win every single trade here. If you trade scalping, then you need to make sure that your win rate is a little bit higher, right? Let's say if you go for 1-to-1, it needs to be above 50%. So how to stay consistent is first to understand what kind of trader you are. Then collect the data. And then start to implement it and try to perfect it. That's it. And accept the fact that you're mentally strong enough to handle losses as well. Because sometimes it's, not always your fault here. This is what I'm actually trying to show you guys with that case study that I'm doing for you guys in just a random FTMO challenge. To just show you guys that I can be consistently profitable with one trade a day. That's it. One trade a day. Either the New York Open or the London Open. That's it. That's why I'm looking at it for you guys right now. I started it. That's why I want to show you guys a lot of case studies. Pretty much show you that it's possible to every day make profit here, right? Consistently here. Because with that, you can consistently, move forward as well. And you don't have to overtrade. People make it really, they overcomplicate it, right? If you lose, they want to make their money back and so on and so on. Just looking at the London Open. Make your trade here and boom. But this is definitely what I'm trying to bring in the community. In the V2, what we're gonna do here live together, in the streams there, to pass these challenges for you guys as well. And for the people that already are funded or already have capital, we just do the live trading. The reason why I'm doing it on YouTube is to create a lot of case studies. Also, a lot of, you know, testing out a lot of strategies like we're doing right now. We did like 121 trades with that scalping strategy. Did 72 wins, 29 losses, 19 all on stream. So it's just all about collecting the data on YouTube and like testing out a lot of stuff here. For the people that join the YouTube, for example, and they expect every single trade to win, then you're at the wrong, you know, the wrong channel, because that's not just the way, it works here, and then definitely not trading. How trading works. That's why I like the guys that are here consistently every single day, over a time span of a couple of weeks. These people will definitely see that we are profitable, right? Because if you zoom out, when in doubt, zoom out. That's exactly how it works here. Right, we can have a losing day, normal. But over a time span, it's about what's your average return here. But in scalping, what target you set, scalping is very fast pace. Overtrading can happen easily. Yeah, that's 100% true, my man. You're completely right about that. However, it's meant to be fast paced, right? This strategy is meant to be fast paced as well. I set a rule for myself, though. If I lose 3 trades in a row, then I quit for the day. That's it. In terms of scalping. However, regards to the London session, you only need to take 1 trade a day. That's exactly the example that I want to show you guys here. This is what you see. This is the trade that we took today in the London, in the live stream on in our free or limitless lounge here. One of our voice channels. We did it. I literally came into the chat. I live streamed it. I said, okay guys, short the EURUSD short, look at the short it. The dollar needs to fill that gap here. Okay. Entry there, stop loss there, on the charts, live streaming, boom. Underneath the Asian low, close your position. That's it. Done. 1 trade. That's why I'm creating that right now. Only with the London session. That's it. So, yes, I take partials. But that's pretty much it. As minimum drawdown as possible. 1 trade a day. Making sure that you pass the challenge here. Or, if you can do this consistently, you just, can get funded or something like that. This is what I want people to do. Like, get funded. Doing it themselves, but with us together as a team in the voice chat. Savaxus, hi, my first day on your channel. Thank you, my man. Welcome to our community, brother. Savax Jatin, nice, brother. Jinx says, sir, bank holidays, any impact to the market? Yeah, volume is definitely a little bit lower. You can see that. Volume is definitely lower today. Where can I learn this strategy? It depends which strategy you mean. If you talk about the London strategy, we're going to talk about this in the V2 here. It's in our community. What volume indicator do you use? Regular volume. Regular volume. If you look at the London... but we're also using the fixed range volume profile sometimes. That's more for ranges, for areas of consolidation. Kabe says gold scalp right now. Yeah, there is some imbalance underneath. However, I think if you zoom out here, it's a 5 minute. It's a 5 minute. It's not a gap here. Australian dollar potential. The Fox is, sir, where are you from? I'm from Holland, my man. Set7 says, first time here as well. Raya banks only became funded and profitable, but open to learn from everyone until the puzzle will be completed. The puzzle will never be completed, my man. But congrats, you're doing good. Congratulations, man. Amazing, amazing work. Amazing work. Ricky says, I'm doing some research. I'm seeing 1 to 500 as possible margin allowances in Forex trading. Yeah, correct. However, I don't really need that much margin, to be honest. I never really use that much. I always wanted to see this one here.
Bro, what 21? Number 5. Bro, what the
No! Bro.
What is this?
Top 5 crypto and day trading fails and meltdowns of 2021. Number 5. Bro, what the
No! Bro.
This whole area is putting me on tilt. This whole range, man. This whole range. I swear to God.
Bitcoin.
Man.
This whole fucking range is
Oh, man, you're gonna touch, man. You're gonna fucking touch
Oh
your
my
stuff,
God.
bro.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'll move it like a tiny bit.
No, stop fucking moving this. Oh, bro. Oh, bitte. Bro, what the fuck?
Number 4. Why do I listen to anyone in the f***ing chat?
Why do I ever listen to anyone in the fucking chat? I'm gonna take it right there just to lock it down. Don't want to get stuck in some stupid bounce back up on TATT short there. And there it goes down there to the 590s. God, I don't know why I look at the chat. I don't want advice from anybody. It's crazy. Look at my P&L. Oh my. I just blew a fucking brain. Oh my. Fuck! 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 Why do I ever listen to anyone in the fucking chat? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why the fuck are you still arguing me? Like, why are you even here? What the fuck is that guy talking about? Fucking retarded. This is why I don't trade, I don't do live streams. This is why I don't do fucking live streams. I don't want to
This is why he doesn't do live streams.
fucking hear what anyone has to say. I don't give a fuck. I'm not live streaming anymore. I'm not live streaming anymore. Everybody's fucking Warren Buffett on YouTube. Everybody's fucking Warren Buffett. It's like, listen, you guys are here. You're here to watch me trade. So why the fuck does anyone try to tell me what to do, it's like, why? Every single person who said anything about the trade on TATT, every single person, like, listen, just go ahead and fucking just punch yourself in the face because you're fucking a moron. It's not, I didn't get fucking lucky. Like, what are you talking about? It's not fucking paper trading. What the fuck? Literally don't want to listen. I don't want to listen to anybody. It's so fucking stupid. What are you talking about? I can't see anything you're saying. I just closed out the chat, so it doesn't matter. You can say whatever you want. I'm not fucking live streaming anymore.
Number 3. We're going up. We're going up. Wait.
I wonder if there's like, is this like a real thing, man? I don't really care, to be honest, about the chat. Like, in terms of, you know, I'm not, at least not getting influenced. That's for sure by any recommendation. If I make a mistake, I make a mistake myself. That's my own mistake, my own responsibility here.
Wait. Why am I down 6,000?
But I know him. He's a nice dude. He's a nice guy.
The sell button. I'm gonna sell immediately at market open. So wish me luck.
Liquidity.
Wish me luck. All right, let's see. 46 contracts. So we got 46. We're gonna close them all. Market open. And we're up. What the fuck? Why did it say I'm down 5 grand? What the fuck? What the fuck? No way.
This glitch. He thought it was a glitch. You know where you're like, let's say you walk on the street, right? And then, you're walking, everything is good. And then you suddenly feel that your phone is not in your pocket anymore, right? You start feeling your phone, you start feeling your pockets like that. You're like, that heart attack, that thing that goes straight, oh, where's my phone, where I let? This is what he's feeling right now. That's insane. Yeah, you do it, boom, gone. 5 grand.
You can clearly tell from this video that I was hurting and I was trying to figure out where I went wrong with this trade. The fact that I went pretty heavy, at least what some people might call heavy on this trade, which was worth $6,000. I completely fucked up by not knowing what IV crush, also known as implied volatility, meant. And because of that simple, stupid, technical mistake, I ended up losing $6,000 in the first 30 seconds, or not even 30 seconds, the first 5 seconds of market open.
Number 2. I'm down $49,000.
Yeah, that's crazy indeed.
And the day just started.
I'm having some trouble here with Tesla. It just failed to move higher and it's getting back to the lows where I should have my stop. I'm getting ready to stop it. I'm already down $14,000.
The thing is, I've never really traded or day traded stocks. Never. Like, I don't really know. Who has experience here with day trading stocks? If so, let me know what your experience is here. I'm invested in stocks, obviously. But day trading, I'm still looking at a macro charts to look for my potential accumulation periods. But it's not that like I'm actually day trading it. So I'm very curious to what you guys experience.
Dollars. That's very bad. That's very bad. I need to see it stopping just a bit, relaxing a bit. Oh, what a spike down. I do not move out on spikes. Look at that. That's terrible. $27,000 down.
There is a gap there, bro. A gap. You seen that high? Higher high, lower low, lower high. And a gap. Did he long here?
You know, the case with Tesla is that it's strong today. I'm looking at the daily. Tesla should move up today, but I'm down 33,000. This is terrible.
33,000.
It spiked down. I do not move out on spikes. It is moving down. Just close the gap. I expect it to stop somewhere around here because when the stock is moving down, closing the gap.
So he saw the gap, but he went long anyways.
At many times it would find its support right over there at the point where it closes the gap, and this should be it right here. And again, the market started down a bit, but I'm looking at the daily of the market. I expect the market to move higher. I expect Tesla to move higher today. I hope I'm not mistaken here. It just spiked down. I do not move out on spikes, although I'm starting to feel sorry about this one. Down $35,000. Oh my God, this is terrible.
Wow.
Boeing. Well, if I'm mistaken about market direction, I should go short. And Boeing is down almost 10%. And it's just about to move down under $92.
I see that you guys know all of these traders here. I do not know him indeed. So I cannot judge here. Correct. But I'm just looking at this specific trade here.
Did now, and I'm going to go short. I may be wrong about market direction. I'm going to go short here, Boeing. 4,000 shares. Actually, I like this one. Another 4,000. Shorting now. I'm short 8,000 shares. Taking a big risk here in Boeing. I still think the market is more likely to move higher, but you know, Boeing could come down without market help. Boeing is not getting down. In fact, I was probably right about market direction because the market is now moving higher. And Boeing 2, I will stop it over $94. I'm down 14 grand, 15 grand. I'm having a terrible day. About to close, about to cover Boeing. Oh, come on, baby. No. 17,000. It's going to move over 94. I'll close it. Look at the seller side. 93, 90, 91, 92. Look at the seller side. If it's going to move over 94, I'm going to close it. I'm down 17 grand. Come on, stop there. Maybe the whole number is going to save me.
Thing is that, like, again, I'm just looking at the trades, right? Like, let's say there's a massive gap here. You came back down, you took out the liquidity. There's a gap above, a massive amount of imbalance. You start to accumulate here. You come back down. Let me see where he shorted from.
Boeing is down almost 10%. And it's just about to move down under $92. Just did now, and I'm going to go short. I may be wrong about market direction. I'm going to go short here, Boeing. 4,000 shares. Actually, I like this one. Another 4,000. Shorting now. I'm short 8,000 shares. Taking a big.
So, yeah, you could wait for the lower low to be broken here.
Risk here in Boeing.
You have that gap, you have that thing. If you create a higher high, you can long it. Where he put his stop loss. This is where with the scalping strategy where we would enter. Right there. To break that high here.
I still think the market is more likely to move higher, but you know, Boeing could come down without market help.
It's exactly our scalping setup here.
Boeing is not getting down. In fact, I was probably right about market direction because the market is now moving higher. And Boeing 2, I will stop it over $94.
That's where we would enter.
down 14 grand, 15 grand. I'm having a terrible day. About to close, about to cover, Boeing. Oh,
Yeah, I think he's, yeah. You guys say he's a professional here.
come on, baby. No.
And of course, I believe that.
17,000. It's going to move over 94. I'll close it. Look at the seller side. 93, 90, 91, 92. Look at the seller side. If it's going to move over 94, I'm going to close it. I'm down 17 grand. Come on, stop there. Maybe the whole number is going to save me. Sometimes it does. Oh no, it just bounced over. I'm closing it $20,000 down. I'm having a nightmare day.
That's where we would enter. We put our stop loss under that last wick right there.
Tesla, Boeing. I mean, everything is looking just terrible right now. And Baba's not doing well too. Look at my account now. I just closed Boeing for over $20,000. Tesla down 24,000, a bit better than what it was earlier. And Baba's down 3 grand. I'm down now 20 plus 29, $49,000, and the day just started 14 minutes into the trading session. This is a horrible day so far.
Number 1. Oh my god, I'm absolutely being hosed today.
If the Nasdaq begins to trade above 940, we really should be buyers of it. Let's see if there's any. Because we got an inside bar here.
Just keep in mind, guys, that everyone can have a bad day, right? Everyone that trades here. So we cannot just judge somebody again on a daily on one particular trade, if possible. But I'm still
Edit. Here we go. I'm thinking this stop loss might actually be way too tight. I'm in here. This is what the chart looks like. Let's see if we got any buyers in this area at all. Oh my god, I'm absolutely being hosed today. Not working.
I'm very curious to the strategy.
It's like a miracle not to get stopped out here. Ah. Fuck.
He's actually an amazing trader. He's actually one of the best that I know. He has amazing speeches, amazing conferences. I learned a lot from this guy.
Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.
All right, so the conclusion is everyone can have a bad day right here. All right, that's definitely the case here. However, that one trade that we saw here, no, that was definitely not the right one right there. But yeah, interesting. Thank you for sharing. Somebody said send it to me here. Interesting setups. Okay, beautiful. Expansion. This is great. Now the volume is some volume is kicking in here. Let's just wait for liquidity getting built up here, and then potentially look for a retracement right there. Actually, I want to see more of these videos, by the way. If you guys know more of these, then let me know. It's actually quite funny to watch these type of videos here. I actually quite like it, so... Fails, wins, whatever, man. Doesn't really matter. I like both. I want to see people win. Preferably. Keep in mind that if we're coming up here, that means that the dollar is actually coming down right now. So at some point, that means that we have to come into that area again, which is a daily area of demand for the dollar. If that's the case, then we have to take that in consideration. We have to make sure that potentially then that could indicate potentially some retracement again or some bounce here. Massive expansion. Seconds. Wait for the candle closure. If you can break that zone and close underneath, I'm gonna enter. I'm gonna look for. I'm gonna adjust my risk reward to 1-to-1 based from where I'm entered because of the massive expansion here. That's it. That's it. If anyone wants to send me some more content, let me know as well. It will be absolutely fantastic. Okay, really, we closed my position on break even eventually. I was a little bit too slow here. And the reason why is because I didn't use my magic tool here. Magic keys. Normally I use the magic keys here for this particular stuff here. But I was not using it now. And also the dollar was going up, but the actual pair was not reacting to it as well. Which I do not really like, to be honest. So this could have an effect on the actual banking holiday right there. Dollar moves up. Gold doesn't move at all. Done. Yeah, okay, I re-entered and then I closed my position again. So yeah. But overall, so we made a little bit of money here, but overall I'm not really excited about what we're seeing here with the dollar. And the reaction so far. I'm not fast enough for YouTube scalps. Yeah, normally we do it completely. We're a little bit. We had to react very, very fast here. Normally we use the magic keys as well, which we're always giving away a couple times a week. I want to help you guys out as well with scalping here. But it's way too choppy. I mean, this trade, yes, okay, we closed our position. We got out of break even, re-entered, closed our position, made some profit. And now it's coming back. I think it's way too choppy, to be honest. I think the market is not it's not responding that well to the dollar index. And that's not something that I would, what I personally like here. Because normally we would see a massive decrease to the downside. When the dollar index comes from here to here, normally we would see something like this happen on GU here. Where we come down, we should be like somewhere around this particular level here. Okay, so it's very choppy. For that particular reason, I will be very, very careful. I'm not gonna continue here in terms of our scalping right now. Well, we gave it a try here. But I definitely recommend you guys not to trade this anymore. That's my personal my recommendation to you guys in terms of the market. I tried here. Yeah, I don't really like it. We made a small profit on GU, but overall today was just a break-even day here. I do not like the reaction so far with the dollar. If the dollar comes up this much, we would have seen a way stronger reaction from pairs here. like the GU, like other pairs, like EU, and so on and so on. This is definitely not good. Good enough. Tomorrow we have the banking holiday as well. I'm gonna still look at the London Open. I'm gonna trade the London Open here. I think that's gonna be completely fine. If you guys want to be part of that, the London Open, it's gonna be very, very good here. We have been crushing the London Open already in the last couple of weeks. That's why I'm right now actually doing a case study with an FTMO challenge to show you guys that it's possible to take one trade a day during the London Open or New York Open. It depends what you want here. And that you can just trade this consistently and become profitable and pretty much target the right zones every single day. I need to explain the strategy a little bit. Sometimes you need to hedge. That means that you need to open 2 positions at the same time. Anyways, we will talk about this also on our Discord. So if you want to be part of that, we're going to go over that part as well. But it all has to do with the Sunday, the London or the New York Open. Literally a couple of trades here. And I think during the volume during the London Open tomorrow, so it should be fine. In my opinion, I think it's gonna be okay here. So let's see what happens here. Let's see if we can actually find again that what we were looking for here. Show you guys real quick. Let's see. The day oil went negative. Who knows this video? Who knows this video? Let me know. Who has heard about this video right here? It's literally... I'm very curious who knows this video. It's literally, it says, the day oil went negative, these unlikely traders made 660 million. That's insane.
On April 20th, oil markets did something they never had before, and they crashed, went into negative territory and closed the day at minus $40. Meanwhile, in a place called Thaden Boyce in Essex, a group of 9 traders, led by a guy called Cuddles, made $660 million over the course of a couple of hours.
They made $660 million in a couple of hours together. What, from their bedroom?
Price of oil has collapsed to a record low.
We've never really seen anything like it.
WTI this morning down more than 35%.
People maybe wouldn't have been so surprised if the oil price had fallen to zero, but the oil price went to minus 38. It went far lower than anyone had expected. And so lots of people in the market were saying, well, hang on, something else is going on here.
A couple of months later, I started to get wind through a kind of network of sources that a tiny firm in the outskirts of London had made a huge amount of money that day and potentially had some part to play in what happened.
The information we got was that 9 traders at Vega Capital London.
Imagine finding a glitch. I'm not sure if this was legal or not, but finding a glitch with a couple of your friends, you shorted oil, and a couple hours later you made $600 million amongst these guys here.
Had made in the region of $660 million in one day. As a group, I think they made as much money in one day as Apple makes from its international sales in one day. I mean, it's an insane sum of money.
Did they pull off a fantastic trade? Did they predict the way the market was moving and get it absolutely right? Or was there something else going on, and had they actually done something that breached market rules in a bid to sort of push the market? And that investigation is ongoing. So Paul Commons is a trader who cut his teeth in the pits in the 80s and 90s when everyone had a nickname. His was Cuddles. If you can imagine, that was a very...
Guys, understand that the stock market, it still happens right now in the New York Stock Exchange and stuff, that it was a rampage. People were going crazy there. On the phone, you had to place your orders. You could not just do it from home, from your computer. You know, it was crazy.
Cutthroat type of world where people are doing, you know, hundreds of thousands and millions of dollar trades by shouting at each other, giving hand signals, and then sort of scrawling on scraps of paper.
The culture of the trading pits in London was very influenced by the working class guys who became traders there. They weren't like the city bankers that had gone before them.
How amazing is that, guys? It was mainly about fundamental analysis, by the way, not technical analysis, right? It was mainly about fundamental analysis, and people were looking for information. They were going through the books and they like told stories and they were gossiping like, hey, you know what? Oil can go down here and, for example, whatever, right? This and this and this going to go up right now in the next coming hours. We have found some news that this guy, this CEO, you know, got fired by this guy and he is running that company. So because of that, you know, they're moving a whole lot of funds to this company. That's why you need to be there. Imagine being in that room where they talk about that, where this is actually going on a regular basis, and they're all trying to figure some shit out here.
Usually Oxford or Cambridge, you know, they didn't wear Savile Row suits. They were ordinary working guys who happened to have a talent for trading. And a lot of them came from Essex.
I think it was 400 traders in the pits, and Cuddles in his, you know, oil and gas pit was described to us as amongst the top three. Amongst that, was very successful and made, you know, very large amounts of money as a young man. But, you know, inevitably, mechanization and the arrival of electronic markets was the kind of death knell for the pits. And in 2005, the IPE closed down.
And when the pits shut down, a lot of the traders who worked there lost their jobs or quit or went to work for financial institutions. But Paul Commons decided to start his own trading collective out in Essex.
Some of them are ex-pit guys, cut from the same cloth as him. Lots of them are actually sort of in their 20s, and they're his, you know, drinking buddy's son, or they're his own kids' friends from football. You know, they're young lads, hungry and ambitious, and he brings them into the...
The thing is, if you want to make 660 million, you need to have some capital, right, to make that amount of money here. So even if you would have the information, or you would have something, right, you need to still gather and risk a lot of money to make that money. At least this is what I think here.
Fold. And fairly shortly, he's got, you know, maybe a dozen or so traders that they're independent, let's be clear, but they're all part of this collective.
Yeah, I'll let Liam deal with Essex.
I am from Essex, so I feel like I'm free to, you know, to get into this.
Sweet, as they say.
If you were to ask someone in Britain how they would imagine a kind of Essex person, they would see someone who's maybe slightly flamboyant, with a sort of Cockney accent, a sort of Guy Ritchie style accent. You know, not afraid to splash the cash, but it's probably pretty bright and has done well for themselves.
Don't even make sense, does it?
But, you know, these guys,
I had a girlfriend from Essex, and I went there sometimes. And they are spoiled. They have a lot of money. It's kind of like a, you know, third generation wealth. You know, your grandfather owned something that, you know, they passed on to their father, and then the father passed it on to their kids and stuff. It's there's a lot of wealth there, and it's still actually there right now. And it's kind of, they make fun of these guys, right? If you're from Essex and so on, but still, it's kind of funny to witness here.
Drove around very nice Rolls Royces and Bentleys. They went to places like Marbella on holiday.
Thaden Boyce is a very wealthy place. You have to have considerable income to be able to afford to live in that village. It's a really nice place to live, and it's 20 minutes tube ride away from the city.
Earlier in the summer, we have this lead, which is that there's this tiny firm called Vega Capital London, and they were the biggest winners from the biggest oil crash in history. You know, anyone that covers markets is going to be surprised about that. You know, you're thinking your BPs of the world or your Glencores, but it's this tiny firm.
And one of the big challenges that we had was actually finding out who worked with Vega Capital. It wasn't immediately obvious, and at first we had absolutely no idea. If you go to the Vega Capital website, it says it's under construction. If you do basic online searching, it's very difficult to find anyone who's publicly connected to the company.
So inevitably, we're incredibly curious at this point. Like, who the hell are these people?
The more reporting we did,
Kevin, shout out to you, my man. See you later, man.
The more it became clear that this group were connected socially as well as professionally. They went to weddings together, they played golf together, they would go on holiday together. We found out that a number of them were members of the West Ham Supporters Club in London. A few of them started companies together, so you could see all the connections between them and start to see a distinct group emerging.
And it really just was this kind of shock that, you know, this wasn't just like a hedge fund or a firm you'd never heard of. This was actually a group of buddies who all had the same experience on this day and had all made a huge amount of money. So if you're an oil trader, there's a number of different ways you can trade, and probably the most popular is WTI futures contracts.
And it's basically a contract that says, I'm going to buy 1,000 barrels of oil from you at this point in the future, or I'm going to sell 1,000 barrels of oil to you at this point in the future.
It's actually just a financial contract to gamble on to predict
high leverage
whether oil is going to go up or down.
On the 20th of April in Essex, there had been signals for a while that this was going to be an exceptional day in oil markets. And we know that some of them arose early and started their trading in the early hours of the morning while it was still dark outside.
Essentially what they were doing is buying contracts that gave them an obligation to buy oil at whatever the price ended up at 2:30 p.m. So they're basically placing a bet that oil is going to fall throughout the day.
But they're simultaneously selling lots of oil as well. And whether they make a profit and how much profit they make is the difference between what they buy the oil for and what they sell the oil for. Now, of course, we now know throughout April 20th, the price dropped and dropped.
So this is going very well for them. You know, they are committed to selling oil at these prices, and the prices are continuing to fall, which means they're going to be able to offset it and buy oil at cheaper at the end of the day. Now, once it gets to kind of 1:30, 2 p.m, that's when things start to get really interesting. Suddenly there's a kind of influx of buyers and sellers, you know, as sort of desperation increases in the market and trading volumes go up. Now at 2:08 p.m. exactly, something bizarre and unprecedented happened, which is that oil passes into negative territory.
And it fell to a record level of minus $38.
We've never seen anything like it, period, in terms of the contraction of the global economy.
That huge gulf between what they were buying the oil for and what they were selling it for enabled them to make more money than they ever thought possible.
So their profit was the difference between minus 37 and all of these positive numbers on every contract they sold.
The price of crude briefly hit minus $37 a barrel. For one group of traders operating from a small office, it was a very, very profitable day.
Minus $30 a barrel. Understand that. This is how high it was leveraged. This is what possible on futures markets right there. You can go into the negative as well. Look at that. They found a glitch.
Very, very profitable day.
It's important to remember this had never happened before in the history of oil trading. No one could have predicted it.
I can't think of another example of where you enter a trade and you get paid on both sides. You get paid both to sell and to buy. It's unthinkable.
One thing we know about the Cuddles Trading Arcade is that they were very comfortable taking large risks, and you have to be clear, this was a large risk.
Yeah, we spoke to oil traders, both people that know these guys and people that don't, and they all say that this is, incredibly risky.
And that's actually what stops a lot of oil traders doing trading like this. They simply aren't willing to stomach the risk. But Cuddles and his friends were.
So when the kind of final calculations came down, the group of the 9 most profitable traders made $660 million or thereabouts.
Look at that. All of these guys were doing it independently at the same time based on the amount of money that they could invest in order to execute that trade.
Between them, I mean, if you can imagine, I think 3 or 4 of them made in excess of 100 million each.
One of the astonishing things about this trade is that 2 of the individuals who made more than $100 million in a single day were in their 20s, One of them was 22 years old. You know, only a few years earlier, he'd been posting on his social media about doing teenage stuff with his mates in town and going to see girls and rap music. And here he is a few years later making $100 million in a single day's trading. When me and Liam discovered that, we were just, we couldn't believe it. We couldn't believe what we were seeing. Oil trading is a zero-sum game. Anytime you're making money as an oil trader, someone else is losing it.
Amongst the biggest losers were the investors in this Chinese fund, Crude Oil Treasure Fund. There were thousands of them, and they lost everything.
Lots of people had put their savings into oil funds. They lost money that day. Big banks and brokers who sort of stand in the middle of trading parties, they lost money that day.
And another interesting thing is that oil-producing countries like Kuwait or Canada, they sell oil as an average of the WTI closing price over the preceding month. So the fact that one of those numbers in that average was minus 37 meant, if you can imagine, countries like Saudi Arabia and Kuwait potentially lost a couple of dollars on every single barrel of oil they sold that month.
That's massive.
Vega Capital's traders made such an extraordinary sum of money that it was inevitable there would be some scrutiny of what they did. But it wasn't just the sums of money they made. In the vital half an hour before the settlement price was set, they were by far the biggest sellers of oil futures in the market, which is an incredible thing to think about when you consider that the other participants in that oil market are going to be the world's biggest banks, you know, oil majors BP and Shell, and here you have a group of 9 guys in Essex who are having this significant influence over a global market for oil.
I mean, I think you have to assume that if these guys had made $7 million or $10 million, they probably would be celebrating in Essex right now. But the fact that they made closer to $700 million has meant that they are facing understandable scrutiny.
We wrote individually to all the Vega traders who did exceptionally well that day, and we got a letter in response from a law.
You know what the thing is? This is what I personally like, you know, don't like. Whenever there is a, I'm not sure if this was actually a glitch, right? Apparently they are still investigating exactly what happened there and so on. But like, if you are a retail trader and you make a reasonable amount of money, what they're gonna do is they're gonna ask you, hey, listen, how did you make that money? Can you please declare all the information, your structure, please? Can you provide us with more information? Sometimes you get sued, right? All of these things come into play there. I'm like, you know, this is what happens when you're a retail trader. If a broker or whatever, a massive institution does the same thing, it's like, oh no, you know, like they'll find ways, right? Yeah, you have to pay a fee, you have to pay a fine, and you get away with it. There's a massive difference there between being a retail trader that makes an excessive amount of money in comparison to, you know, institutions and so on, manipulating markets on a regular basis.
Law firm representing the group, and the law firm was at pains to point out, number one, that they haven't been accused of any wrongdoing.
Sorry for that.
That they all traded independently and separately, and they'd basically all made up their own minds that this was what was going to happen in oil markets based on publicly available knowledge, and decided to execute this trade.
What I love about these stories is there's a real variance of opinion, and some people will look at what happened and think that must be dodgy. They all traded at the end of the day, they all made a huge amount of money while all these people lost. That's shocking. But lots of people say these guys are at acute disadvantage. They're in a market that's inhabited by, you know, huge technology-driven funds and firms and oil giants that have got all the advantages in the world, and when you get a bunch of Essex geezers who essentially beat the market and find a way to make a huge amount of money, they should get a pat on the back, really, because that's the dream. Since this happened, a lot of the guys have stopped trading the monthly settlements that they'd done so well at in the past. Several of them have set up new companies. They've essentially gone very quiet. You know, any kind of social media presence they had has kind of closed down. By all accounts, they're, you know, waiting this out.
It's certainly too early to try and predict how the regulatory investigations are going to pan out. You know, we just don't know. There's a number of potential outcomes for these guys. You know, potential punishments if there are any findings of manipulation against Vega or anyone affiliated with it might be, you could be fined, you could be banned from trading, And, you know, in the most extreme cases, there have even been criminal prosecutions in the past of people who have been found to have been manipulating the settlement and misconduct related to trade at settlement. There are other outcomes too. You know, one obvious one is going to be that they're able to walk away from this life-changing trade with all the money that they made and celebrated as heroes in the trading community. That, you know, they'll go down as legends.
All right, that's pretty insane here. That the fact that they didn't got caught or something for that, for doing something negative in that sense here. So let's get back into the charts here. Well, quite interesting video here in regards to this is the actual potential. But we're gonna go over the charts real quick. Again, look at how choppy, first of all, the dollar is right now. Of course, due to the banking holiday. I do not believe that right now is again the right moment to trade. We tried it with the some GU pair and so on and so on. But overall, I'm not a big fan right now of trading the actual market. But what we can do is still trying to see and figure out here the potential of what can actually happen. And pretty much, you know, on a regular basis here. So we can be prepared for tomorrow, which we're going to trade definitely for sure. We're going to trade the London session. Not on YouTube probably, but most likely in our, you know, in our Discord right here. So if you want to be part of that, gonna go to our premium or daily events here. This is what we did today, this morning. Pretty much we took out the Asia lows here, we traded it, stop loss above that zone, boom, literally 20 minutes and we made our money gone here. So that was actually perfect. Let's do that again tomorrow. And right here, Bill Different says it's okay when the banks manipulate and take all the retail's money. One rule for them, another for us. Yeah, unfortunately, that's the reality here. Nix's great video. Gonna get some shade. Thank you, team. Amazing, my man. See you tomorrow, brother. Absolutely fantastic. I saw your message in this right here. Perfect, brother. So yes, in terms of what I expect right now, first of all, we are still in a daily area, above a daily area of demand right now. This is one of the most important zones to hold on towards right here. Okay, so we tapped into the zone right now. Right now we're coming back again down towards that particular area right there. All right, so let's see what the reaction is going to be once we're tapping into this strong daily area of demand here. Tomorrow is going to be very, very interesting. Tomorrow the bank holiday will continue all day for the New York session here, or for the US banks here. So I just gonna look more at tomorrow's London session. So what I want to do here, I want to look at the pairs like potentially EURUSD, you know, GU, potentially also Australian dollar against US dollar, and so on and so on. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna actually wait here and we're gonna look at the session right now. We're gonna tomorrow see what the Asian session does. Okay, so in terms of the market itself, the way it works is we're going to look at the Asian session first. I have no idea why it's not loading here. Let me see. Let me refresh the page real quick. Euro against US dollar. Australian dollar to US dollar. It doesn't really matter. There we go. Okay. So we are here right now. Tomorrow we're going to see what the Asian session did, okay? The way I'm going to approach it tomorrow is when the Asian session is done. Again, we took out the Asian high here. That's good. But what I'm looking for tomorrow is see how the Asian session opens up. And then we're going to look at the dollar to see on the lower time frame what kind of structures it's creating to determine if it makes sense to take out then with the London open, the Asian high or the Asian low here. We have done this already a couple days in a row. All right, so this is exactly what we're looking for. We have done it 4 days in a row, or 4 days in a row already. And this is pretty much exactly what we're going to continue here until we pass this challenge. This is a case study that we're doing here live, pretty much in our Discord. Pass this challenge here. The last 4 times we were right in terms of the expectation for the London or for the Asian manipulation, either high or low. Okay, so based on that, we're going to keep going. And we're going to create an insane record on FTMO here in terms of, you know, the drawdown. Extremely low drawdown while having an extremely high profit factor. All right. This is what we're going to create here and what we're going to do to show you guys that it's possible and to only trade pretty much 30-40 minutes a day and then just make your money, pass your challenges, be a consistent, profitable trader by leveraging the New York Open or the London Open right there. So this is actually what we're doing. Sir, we come to the Japan section. I mean, you're talking about the Japanese index. We can talk about the Japanese yen index here. Like we said here, this is interesting. We created that zone up here, and I do think that comes also from these treasuries that has been, that has been sold here. You can see clearly that we have been doing that already. When you see a massive spike, this is when they're selling these treasury bonds right here. So the fact that we did that at that particular moment was quite interesting. We're coming back up towards the zone right now. I think the time has come that we potentially can come down again for a new spike here. I do believe that that's the case here, that there potentially is a chance that we can come back up in the short term right now with the Japanese yen to take out some of these highs right here. Okay, so if that's the case, then that will push the price down of GJ and so on and so on. So I'm looking at these particular levels. Euro, Japanese yen, indeed a similar thing here. Looking at the same particular areas, as well as the Australian dollar against the Japanese yen as well. So we're looking at particularly these particular setups right now and see if we can actually take that in consideration when actually coming down, coming back up into that area and just continue potentially more downside potential in the short term as well. We have a lot of liquidity built up underneath these areas right now, a lot of a clear trend right there as well. I think it's easy, the chance that you can break it, come back down to break that trend, potentially coming back further in the very short term here. So I'm looking at these particular zones here, like the euro against the Japanese yen indeed, like we have been discussing already in the weekly analysis as well. We mentioned the euro against the Japanese yen here. And I'm looking for potential short opportunities for these particular pairs right there. So again, this is what we're looking for. Potential setups right there, tapping into these areas, so on and so on. So gonna be very, very interesting. I'm tempted to look at it as well, coming back up, coming back down further when we have a confirmation in Japanese yen. But I will keep you guys updated completely in regards to what we're gonna do here. The reason why the market today, we could not trade that well today is because of the banking holiday right now here. Okay, so do take that in consideration. So if you are still thinking that you want to trade right now, be very, very careful because of the choppiness of the market and the non-alignment of the dollar against the other pairs here. Okay, there is kind of a non-alignment going on right now, where we saw it pretty much exactly happening here. When the dollar came back up in a very rapid pace, GU did not even respond here very, very well. Okay, so do take that in consideration, guys. Also, send me some of your setups right now that you want me to analyze. We can go over it right now for a couple of charts. And I think then we're going to prepare for tomorrow London session. We're going to be in Discord this time. We're going to stream the London session in Discord. You can join for free. Or we're going to just do one trade, particularly on one particular chart, going for the Asian high or Asian low. All right? Daniel says USD against the Swiss franc. Let's go over that one indeed. Let's do that. Okay, let's go to the daily here. What do we see here? We came back down here. We tapped into that zone. I think this is the last zone where we tapped from. I think it's this one right here. Yeah, it's definitely this one right there. So we mitigated into that area here. This is an order book right here on the daily. We tapped into this once. We tapped into this twice. And now we're back again at it. Similar to what we saw at the dollar index as well. The dollar index was showing exactly the same thing here. Tapping into that zone as well. But the US dollar against the Swiss franc is showing exactly the same thing right here. So the fact that we are right now at that particular move right there is very, very interesting. We are tapping into that zone. We have created that area right now. We are creating and building a lot of liquidity above this particular area here, which is quite interesting as well. We have that liquidity built up above this range. Right there. We're going to see tomorrow how the actual response will be. But right now I see that we're still tapping into the zone. We are still holding as well into this specific range right here. Underneath that area. So yeah, let's see if we can take out some of these highs. Let's go to the lower time frame. What I'm pretty much seeing right now is that we're building equal lows here. Okay, we're building equal lows to the upside right now. Pretty much right there. So this is a lot of liquidity that's built up underneath that area right here. So I would not be surprised if we can actually bounce from this specific zone right now. Depending also on the volume indeed. But that we tap into this particular zone. To then come back up to potentially go higher and to look for that confirmation. To take out that particular level right here. Where all the liquidity is at right here. At this particular moment here. I do think that is definitely something that we can take in consideration. So wait for this to tap. Wait for a higher high to be broken then. On the lower time frame here. Wait for this to be broken. Then start looking at the last low. Then look for an entry. Tapping into the zone. Stop loss above underneath that area. Targeting these highs here. Targeting the liquidity of that particular range right there. Alright. Kareem says gold. Yes, gold is also a very interesting zone, my man. I completely agree here. Gold is, in my opinion, has still a lot of downside potential right now. We are creating significant amount of liquidity underneath that zone. We're constantly taking out the liquidity here. We have been tapping into an area right here. We have been tapping, also mitigating into this particular area of supply right now. I'm definitely more bearish on gold right now in the very, very short term here. Okay, definitely bearish on gold right now. I do think that there is definitely more downside potential. Also looking at the 4 hour, I believe that there is still a chance that we can tap into that zone, mitigate into that range, coming back to this area of demand right here, this particular zone right there. If you look on the lower time frame, you can still look for a decent opportunity in the market right here after we have taken out some of these particular lows right there, to then potentially look for any opportunities, in the market right here. Okay, so this is also a very, very interesting one. Potentially, if you then come back up, I would definitely look for a short around this range. Put my stop loss above these highs, targeting more of these particular lows right here. I think that's definitely an opportunity that I'm potentially looking for right now. So gold is, in my opinion, looking very interesting right now on the 5 minute here. I think that most of the action will actually come into play in maybe 15 minutes from now, when we're seeing the actual closure of the London market overall. I think that's something that you could take consideration. But yeah, I do like it. I do like what I see here in terms of gold right now. If we break some of these lows here, I think it's a very great potential trade setup, especially on the lower time frame here. Yeah, I'm definitely more bearish on gold right now. Now I'm looking at this chart right here. So I would actually maybe start looking for a potential short here for gold when we break these particular lows here. Okay, only when we break these two lows here, I'm looking to potentially to short it. Take my short position from there. Put my stop loss a little bit higher. Target the imbalance underneath this zone here, which is round about this area. So this could potentially turn into a massive trade here, while taking profits also along the way. So we just take these profits here, pretty much right here. If you break these particular low, you put your stop loss on break even. Or maybe take something round about this particular level right there. And then have your final TP round about in that area right here. I would potentially look for some gold sells right there, if you do break that particular low. right there. That's actually quite interesting when I'm looking at it. The liquidity, the lower low, the retracement back up. Again, waiting for a new lower low. Potentially then break that major structure that created that high here. There's also liquidity built up above that area. That's why we're waiting for a lower low to be created here. So then we can start looking for that particular trade setup here. So gold, I will definitely share this in the mentor charts with you guys. So you guys are completely updated right here in regards to that. Pretty much what we're going to do here. We're going to update you guys about pretty much about gold. I think I'm going to share that screenshot so you know exactly what I'm looking for. Then we have the euro against US dollar. The euro against US dollar is exactly, it's looking better. It's looking way, way, way better right here. We have that zone here as well. We tapped at the zone, but we have created a higher high, which I found quite interesting. Or not a higher high here, but we have created and broke this particular high there. Overall, I'm quite bullish on the euro, but I do think that it's time for a short-term, pullback to the downside here. After we tapped into this particular area of supply here right now, we are still in a daily area of supply right now. So do take that in consideration. We are right in that zone at this particular moment here. And we have created already a change of character to the downside on the 4 hour or the 1 hour right there. So do take that in consideration as well. We are tapping up. We're coming back higher here. If we dwell this swing high to swing low right now, we are coming into a zone, which is again the 70.5 and the 79%. There is a zone there that I'm potentially looking for, which is this one as well. This is a nice potential area to take in consideration. Again, gold is looking very similar. EU as well is showing, also potential areas or like potential setups for, short-term retracements right here. So I would not be surprised if you take out these highs right here. If you look at it right there, you have that zone. This is the 70.5 and the 79%. Let me remove this one right now. There is a chance that we come back up here. Take out that liquidity. Tap into that zone. And sell off from there. That would be absolutely fantastic if that would be the case here. Because this is a beautiful zone here. We're tapping into that 70.5, 79%. It aligns very well with a particular zone here. We have an indecisive candle, but we also have a thicker order block right there sitting at the exact same position right there. Overall, I do really like that as well for the euro here. But we will see tomorrow how this actually plays out here in regards to the Asian session. I think this is the most important. Look and take that in consideration. To look for an external confluence when actually looking at these particular setups right there. FX Go says, Lorenzo, your Discord link is not working for me. It says unable accept invite. Let's see. I think a lot of people are joining still today as well here. We have around how many people? I think we had around significant. Around 40 people joined. So I can send you a new invite link here. And then potentially see if that actually works for you right there. Let me know if it worked. So let's do one more chart here, guys, right now. Let's go over one more chart here. British pound against the Swiss franc. Okay. I think we went over this one already. Let me check it. Let me look at it again. I think we were in an area of supply here. Yeah. This was the right. This was the. Yeah, right. So we were in an area of supply right now, but I was looking for. I'm more bullish than bearish on the British pound against the Swiss franc here, and this also has to do with gold and the correlation of gold and the Swiss franc right there. So I am more at this particular moment. I'm more bullish than bearish. I do think that maybe we can come back down a little bit, but as of right now, I'm more tempted to look for longs than actually for potential short opportunities in the market here. However, we are tapping right now in that special zone here of the 70.579%. So there is a chance that we can look for short-term retracement to the downside, while in the end looking for a potential move. But as you guys can see here, what happened here? After we tapped into that zone, we've created a lower low. I think a lot of people got induced to go short here at this particular level. These people are taken out right now. So in order to really look at the market again, you need to wait for a lower low to be created here. That's why I say also from a fundamental perspective, I am more bullish than bearish. So I personally would not take this trade setup, even if it would provide us with a low here. Because of the fundamental analysis here. I am not more, I would rather wait for it to come back down. Either this area of consolidation there, before we saw that expansion. And we look for the retracement to then potentially look for a trade setup. I would rather look for longs here than shorts right there. Okay, last one, guys. Last one. Let's do that. Euro against Canadian dollar. All right, let's zoom out a little bit. Okay, we created a weekly chart on the higher time frame, which is significant. Right now, we have a lot of upside potential here. There is a chance that we can look for the short-term retracement. Let me look on the 1 hour here. We are forming some sort of, head and shoulders right now. There is a chance that we can come back down here. We have not taken out this particular low yet. We have not closed underneath it. We just came up straight away. So we really need to make sure that if you want to, in the lower time frame, short it right now, then I would definitely look for a 1 hour candle closure underneath that area here. Okay, but be very aware of this candle closure on the 1 hour underneath that zone here, because then it's kind of interesting. Then it could be very, very nice to potentially start looking at this particular range, coming down, potentially tapping into that zone, and then sell off potentially short term to the downside right here. But overall, relatively bullish structures. From the fundamental perspective, I'm quite even, to be honest, on the euro against the Canadian dollar. I'm talking interest rate differentials here. I'm quite even here. So it's different than what we saw on the British pound against Swiss franc. But again, right now we're creating higher highs, higher lows here. This is only a lower time frame confirmation. You can look for a short, small trade on the lower time frame. Overall, I would say it looks quite bullish to me. Overall structures here. Yes, we have some liquidity built up here. That is quite interesting. We have a gap here, but in order to make that an interesting trade, you have to come all the way down already to 1.37364 in order to really make it a more interesting, area to look for, to potentially take out then the liquidity that's built up here and the imbalance that's filled up underneath that particular zone right there. So overall, I would not really start looking at this particular level here until you either break a massive zone here and unless it's a scalping trade on the lower time frame. ASS Canadian dollar is very weak in fundamental side. Yeah, British pound as well. Just wait with the British pound. Just wait until it gets colder, and until the actual, you know, citizens in the the citizens in the United Kingdom cannot pay for the gas anymore. Let's see what will happen with the British pound then. It's gonna get very, very interesting. Gas prices are going nuts in Europe, you guys know that. The United Kingdom as well. Okay, guys, I think that's it for today. It was just a very, very slow day. Of course, we had a banking holiday, so do not expect too much as like what we're usually doing, you know, when trading together live on the stream here. It's a completely different game here. This is going to happen, unfortunately, a little bit more often right now during this coming month as well. Of course, you have to understand that it's the month December. So it's really find the perfect balance between, you know, studying, learning, analyzing, and actually trading. That's why I started this is one of the reasons I am doing the live trading and the live prop firm challenges as well in the V2. Because I do believe that that's the exact perfect way of approaching the market right there. And that's why I want to show you guys exactly, you know, how much you can achieve with only trading, you know, taking 1 or 2 trades a day max when the market opens here, especially right now during the, you know, the December month, the end of November, and these holidays right there. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep going, keep moving forward. We'll always find a way, always find new things to do, to stream, to learn, to educate. Of course, our main concept is to stream, to make money, to trade live together, and to actually help you guys live trading and live streaming while we're streaming live on YouTube, as well as in our community right now. We're gonna launch our V2 very shortly, early next week, end of the weekend. We're gonna do these live platform challenges together, including live trading when the market opens as well, so we can really nail and absolutely max out our win rate and make sure that we can become consistently profitable traders right there. Okay, so thank you guys so much for this stream. I know it's a little bit of a different stream here, not what we're used to. The banking holiday, the volume is extremely low, extremely dangerous and choppy. Be very aware of trading for yourself right now. All right, much love, guys. We're always trying to find a way to crush it, to take over, to become better traders, and to really nail down and change our own lives right there. All right, see you later. See you in Discord tomorrow. London session, London Open. Let's see what we can do. Ciao.